All right. What is going on, guys? I just turned it live, so this is my first time messing with this StreamYard feature, but a couple friends of mine use it, and we're going to give it a shot here. Hoping that this can be a normal thing where we start a bunch of MG guys, and especially the MG YouTubers, can get on here and talk about their builds and see what's changed, give each other ideas possibly, and yeah, if anyone else is just in here and they want to get on too, they feel free to jump in. Let's see. Installed off. Oh, Bowser builds here. Let's add you to the stream. What is up?
Hello. What's up, man?
Not much, dude.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Ooh, see if I can get my camera.
I'm in my ice cold
Nice.
garage.
Yeah, I just had the heat going in mine, so.
Well, I have a heat fan kind of thing, radiating fan, but if I plug it in, it'll trip off my breaker because all my Christmas lights outside are already at capacity.
Yeah, I have a diesel-powered salamander, so.
I got you.
So it runs up diesel fuel. It's off now, so otherwise it'd be hearing sounds like a jet engine going off.
Okay. I think Mason is going to get in here too. He's the guy with the rotary car.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna try to see if I can share the link to the groups again. I've already done it. The groups. I don't know if I annoy people. I probably annoy people. I don't really care.
Yeah,
I'm having a
it's all
time
good. It's all for fun anyway, right?
Yeah. So what's your next thing you got to do?
Put the entire side of the motor back together. So I can get my camera there. I got to put my intake, exhaust, all that back together. I just repainted the whole side of the motor after getting those covers put on, and figure out how to connect all this stuff that was never connected. So.
Oh, that's so tempting. So tempted to do that exact same thing. I should have done it. Hold on, let me add me.
Yeah, it's fun.
How's it going, man?
I got it on my phone.
There you go.
Can you hear us?
Why is this thing? There it goes.
Your audio is not coming very well, at least.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Sweet. Good deal.
Maybe it's me. Hold on. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So, right now, we've got a whopping 0 people watching. So that's all right. I'm just kind of. This is the first time I've done this, and I'm just kind of trying to get a feel for it.
It's all good.
It was definitely an impromptu decision today.
Well, it is live and it is working, so I mean, there's that win.
That's half the battle.
Well, I've hung out in my garage before, and I've had a couple people. I've done. I've just chatted on here before because I never knew what the feature was, and I just got on there just like I'd come outside and smoke a cigar, and if people wanted to talk, then cool. If not, I didn't really care. I just with the virus, can't really go to many car events, so
Yep.
it's the way I've been. YouTube is how I've interacted with the car community lately. But
Yeah, I
so
feel
you
that,
have
man.
a rotary here?
Yeah, I got a rotary swapped MG.
Which motor is it?
Did you do it?
Yeah, yeah, I did the entire swap. It's an '83 Mazda 12A.
So it's a 12A. Okay. I had an 83. No, I'm sorry, I had an 81, and I love that car.
Nice. Yeah, the rotary's a lot of fun. So yeah, I've been driving it to work every day now.
Nice. How much oil does it consume?
Oh, that's cool, man.
I mean, I probably got to add a quarter of a quart a week.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They burn a quart every 500 miles, I think.
Yeah, I don't have my speedometer hooked up yet, so I've just been using my phone to track miles. So I mean, also a fuel gauge would be nice too. So I'm just kind of check the fuel cell. Oh, I still got gas. All right, we're good. So I need to do another oil change on it again soon. The oil's getting black.
Yeah. What year is the MG?
It's a 73 GT.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. What year is your MG?
Mine is a 70.
Right, hold on. What year's your car, Kevin?
70.
Kevin, what year's your car? I should know this because I watch your
1970.
Yeah. Dude, so get this.
Bumper.
That a guy I told you about that. Okay. That guy I told you about, or I posted about, he sent me that Amco brush guard that they stopped making like 30 years ago. And if you want to buy one of those, it's like, I don't know, an ungodly amount. And so the dude's like, "Hey, I'll send it to you." I'm like, "Cool." He's like, "It's $50 shipping." I'm like, "All right, how much?" Like, how much do I? He's like, "I'm in California. Maybe we can work something out." I'm in North Carolina. I'm like on the coast. It's literally as far away from him as I could be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "How much? Like, how much is this going to cost me, man? How much do I owe you?" Because he said he was going to FedEx it, and he's like, "Oh, nothing. Pay it forward." And I was like, "Oh my god,
that's insane.
That's amazing." So now I'm looking for. Now I feel I have to. I'm trying to find a way to make somebody's some downtrodden souls Christmas a little better around here. I feel like I do need to pay it forward for sure.
Play Santa.
Yeah, dude, I really like that front valence. It's got a little air splitter on the bottom of it and some vent holes in it. Like I haven't seen one like that yet. So it's a lot different than the Sebring front valence even.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I talked to the original owner because it's cracked. The one I have is cracked, and I might take it into a project and see if I can like sand it down, add some fiberglass, and not make it perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. My car's not perfect, but see if I can like repair it a little bit.
Yeah,
because I've never done fiberglass work before anyway. I'm just right behind me, but I don't know. We'll see. But he said I asked him where he got it because I would like to get another one, and he said that he bought it off a Road and Track magazine well before the internet was invented. So
nice. I understand that. I got a few old Road and Track magazines that have body kits for MGs in it. I was like, it'd be cool to buy one of those, but they don't exist anymore.
Yeah. Have you ever ordered parts from Victoria British?
Yeah, I have.
I have not yet.
As of 5 o'clock today, they are now part of. Yeah, they're now part of Moss.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just so happened I bought a bunch of parts from them, and now I can't look up their part number. So fortunately, I printed off a guide from Victoria British. So now I have to correlate this with my parts.
Oh.
Yeah, they did their website finally, and so I was wondering what that was all about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I grew up in Kansas, so I used to drive to Victoria to pick up parts.
Nice.
They're up in the city.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm in Minnesota, just outside of Minneapolis.
Well, that's cold up there.
Yeah, I see that you guys are in your garage, and I was thinking about going out to mine, but I don't have a heater.
Yeah,
and it's 25 degrees.
I don't either. I just have my door open, and it's I'm getting heat from the inside, and luckily my heat inside my house works pretty well. Like right now, we're actually dipping down in the 20s tonight. I think we're in North Carolina, so it's technically the South, but it's a gray area here. But it's my car is a permanent convertible, so the only way because I don't, I didn't. My interior is gutted. Like I've got no interior. My car looks good on the outside, and that's probably about it.
Do you have a frame for a top?
And my next project I got to do is I got to replace the. I got the whole cover. I got the top. I just haven't put it on.
Oh, okay. I have an extra frame if you need one.
It's No, the cover's got it's got some holes in it. That's why I had to replace the floor pan. So the previous owner of my car, he parked it after he developed holes in the floor pan, and luckily for me, he parked it in a garage where it sat for 30 years. So that's why the paint's in as good shape as it is for 46 years old. But the one thing I have to do, like it's gonna be like an emergent video here soon, is I got to replace the diff fluid because I'm pretty sure the diff fluid's 30 years old and I haven't touched it. I've replaced all the other fluid except for that. So it's due. And if it's anything like the tranny fluid that I swapped before I started driving it, that stuff was nasty. It smelled terrible.
Yeah, it would probably come out a little sludgy.
Which is fine. But it's so I got to do that, and then I need to figure out how to wire a stereo because there's no harness kit for this or anything. At least that I've seen. So I need to learn how to do that on this car. Because usually it's easier on more modern vehicles, but
not too bad.
I want music.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm running the old earbuds for radio right now.
I had a Bluetooth speaker in my car for a while that I just charged before I'd leave.
Yep.
That's that, and then I've got some more. I've got some. What year's your GT?
73.
73. Okay. Do you have SUs? No, you have rotary. That was a dumb question.
Yeah, I got a Nicky actually.
Yeah. So is that your only car? Or do you have something else you drive?
I have a Mazda 3 that me and my wife share, but yeah, those are our only two vehicles right now.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. Are you in college? You just graduate college? You just not go to...
I graduated in 19.
From where?
I guess here. So.
Where'd you go?
McPherson College in McPherson, Kansas.
Okay.
So I got a degree in automotive restoration and design.
Really?
So
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so I got a degree in cars and art. So
that's pretty cool. So I went to NC State for mechanical engineering, and the one course I wanted to take my entire career was automotive engineering. It's the one class I always wanted to take. Well, I'm in the Navy, and and so I had to do Navy RTC stuff, and it always interfered with automotive engineering. So I've taken steam turbines. I've taken all this other crazy stuff, and I never got to take the one course I wanted to take. So I'm here to learn. Yeah, I'm learning as on the fly, and luckily this car is like the easiest thing in the world to work on. Everything's accessible. Like my Mustang that's sitting over here, I'm petrified. There's certain projects I'm going to do to it in the future, but like I've already taken off some pretty substantial things. So like replacing the radiator and the the condenser. I did that. I did both, and for both of them, you got to do the exact same thing, and it's a beast and a half because it's crammed in there.
It's a lot of disassembly just to get to the part you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's a specialty model, and so everything costs an arm and a leg.
Yep.
But
That's one
where
reason why I went with MG is parts are cheap and they're available.
Oh yeah.
Before I decided on an MG, I was looking at like Triumphs or little Datsuns and things of that nature. But you can't find parts for them, and if you do, they're really a lot more than MGs. And I started building my car in McPherson while I was going to school, and I was like, Victoria British is just up the road. This just makes sense to find an MG, and so that's one reason why I picked the MG. And then I was like, gotta have a rotary. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that's pretty neat. How long did it take to do the rotary swap?
It wasn't too long. I mean, I got the car freshman year of college, and I had the motor in it, I don't know, at the end of freshman year. Yeah. Though it was figuring out how all of the systems worked with that, because I had never played with a rotary engine before. So I rebuilt it the first time with knowledge from the internet, and then just kind of went from there and started focusing on each system as I went along. And senior year last semester, I got it wired and plumbed everything, and I finally got to drive it to the senior car show. And
That's
then
cool.
probably drive it about 100 miles, and then I blew up the motor. So.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So it was a few minor things that I missed when I rebuilt the engine the first time, and lack of oil pressure due to the things I missed.
They don't like that. Yeah.
No. Though I was successful for a short period of time.
Yeah.
So, but this time I rebuilt the motor with the help of a friend he's a rotary engine builder. I met him at and so he kind of walked me through how to build the motor correctly. And then I threw it in the car again in March of this year and got everything working. And yeah, I've been driving it since October now.
Can you guys see the comments now that you're in here? I'm trying to figure out how this works. All right, so what you might have to do that would be be up on your phone or your computer together, and then you could just track one that you're not using. Oh, and he's gone. He'll have to come back. But hey, I don't know who's watching, but if you want to get in on this stream, just click the link. Oh, here he is.
Oh, there's the comments.
I disappeared.
You're back.
Oh, that's just our comments in here.
Yeah, was there any new comments? I don't know.
No, there's not. We had a couple people watching for a bit, and I think I scared them away when I invited them to click the link. So people are shy.
They don't like to talk to strangers.
Oh.
I'm fine. I'll talk to anybody about others.
That's right. That's the universal language of cars.
Exactly.
All my best friends have been car people, and everybody's kind of helped each other out, and it's in pretty substantial situations. So I wouldn't even have. So my MGB, it kind of fell in my lap. I've never been an MGB guy. I never wanted an MGB. Never thought about owning an MGB, and I was always into muscle cars. And my first car I wanted was a Challenger. Drove the Challengers, oh, it's a sweet ride, but it's a boat. You gotta expect it to be a boat. And then I was like, oh, I want a Camaro. And then I drove the Camaro, and it's fast. I'm like, oh, it's awesome. I want it. And then I never wanted a Mustang, and my dad was testing out a Ford Fiesta because he was trying to find a daily commuter just to drive ungodly amount of miles. And the new 5.0 had just come out, and he's like, hey, let's go test drive one. I was about to graduate college, and so you just tell them you're about to commission in the Navy, and they're like, oh, okay, here's the keys. Have fun. And so they handed I must have been probably 21 at the time. Yeah, they handed me the keys to this brand new 5.0 Mustang, which was the motor had just come out, and it's the first one of the first V8s putting out 400 horsepower, 400 plus, and I just ripped on that thing. I couldn't get over how fast it was. So I bought my first GT, which wasn't even that one. I bought the '05 3-valve, which had 300 horsepower, and I had that for about 3 years. And then I saw this Boss come on the lot, and they're super rare. Like, these are rare. There's less of the modern Bosses than there are the classic Bosses.
Really?
And so, yeah, so I decided I wanted one that was going to be a collector's model that I could keep forever. And then my kids, then
Nice.
I traded up. So that's kind of been our thing. But anyways, back to the MG. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. But
that's all good.
My neighbor who had the MG, I didn't know what it was. He'd always leave his garage open. I saw there's some car in there, and it was it was in parts. There's no taillights on. I couldn't tell what it was. And I'm like, he'd always walk his dog by my yard. So we had these nature trails through the property. And I'd be like, hey, one day I was like, hey man, what do you got stowed away in there? And he goes, oh, it's an old MG. An old MGB. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'd love to come take a look. He's like, want to buy it? And I was like, I had just bought the Boss. And the Boss was not a cheap car. And I was like, my wife will murder me, like kill me. And I had a split car garage, kind of like this one, a 2-car garage, and I told her what he said. He's like, he said he'd sell it to me for $500, and he just didn't want to part it out, and so because he said it was his favorite car and he didn't want to destroy it, and so I told my wife what he said and about the price, and she's like, well, if you can fit it in the garage, go for it. And I was like, done.
Nice.
And I sold all of my weight gear, all my home gym equipment to pay for it. And so I pretty much just traded my gym equipment for the car. And when I pulled it in, I always thought I'm in the Navy. I can work out whenever the heck I want. And then the gym's all shut down because of the virus. And never thought that was going to happen. But I got the car, and he gave me, not only did he give me the car, I got the car $500, but he gave me $1,500 worth of brand new parts that he had been saving.
Awesome.
He was in the process of doing a restoration, and the guy he had working on the car kind of depleted his savings that he had put aside for it, and he lost heart in the project. And so he had told me the carbs were rebuilt, but he wasn't certain if the guy actually did it right or any of that. And when I started doing everything methodically the way you should do it, and so I changed the fluid except for the differential, obviously. Changed all the fluid for the motor. I leak checked the radiator, filled it up right. I made sure it spun. I could spin the motor, wasn't seized. And then I did a valve inspection, and one of the rods was not touching the valve anywhere within spec. I couldn't even adjust it close to being within spec. And I was like, what's the deal? What gives? And these are all chronologically detailed, through my original videos that I did back on my iPhone forever ago. And I was like, what the heck is wrong here? And I finally took off an inspection cover. You got to take off the carbs. You got to take off the exhaust manifold. I took off the tappet inspection cover. And what I think happened is he replaced the rods. And when they pulled the rod, I think the tappet kind of had this almost like a hydraulic hold to it. And it got lifted out of its little section, and it fell inside the inspection cover. So when he dropped the new rod in, it wasn't in there, and he just dropped the rod straight onto the camshaft. And luckily,
some of these, right?
They never tried to start the car again, and so I fixed it and I put it on, and now I'm glad I figured it out, because I could have damaged my engine badly, because I would have started shearing metal off the cam, and it could have all been bad. So luckily it's running good. And he wasn't certain if they rebuilt the carbs, but I think they did, because it was not tuned at all. I don't know how to tune carbs. I've never tuned carbs before, and so I had to retune this car 4 times before it was good.
They're pain in the ass to tune.
They work right.
So where'd you get those headlights that you got? Because I got mine off Amazon for $63.
Same. Amazon special. I think I paid $120 for them.
Yeah.
So I thought they were a little bit more unique with the crazy V in them, and they're 6,500 lumens for the brights. And I was like, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long they last. I'm curious to see about the lenses on them. to see how they'll hold up in the summertime with bugs and UV and stuff.
Well, I got the retro because they came with the car, and I've put them on there because I think they look awesome. And I don't see anybody. I've never seen another MGB with them yet.
Yeah, the rock guards.
Yeah. And so I've actually
over the new headlights.
I think I have one more, and if I had like two of them, I'd probably do. I don't know. Eventually, like give those away to somebody, but I don't know. I can't find the other one. I think that he might have used to have fog lights on here, and he might have used them for the fog lights.
Oh, right.
But,
yeah, they're pretty good. The new headlights probably much improvement.
They're better than every car I have.
Yeah.
Oh,
same.
Wow.
My headlights are brighter than the Mazda I have, and it's a 2010.
Yeah.
So, and I've been driving home at night, so it was a given. It started to get dark around 5 o'clock, and I was like, I gotta get new headlights because I'm literally driving by other cars' headlights.
Wow.
Hold on one second. Hey, I don't know who's let's see if I can see the viewers here. Whoever's viewing the room, if you want to join us and chat, just click the StreamYard link. I'll post it again. Boom. Anybody's welcome to come talk. We're just talking MGBs here. All right. Yeah, go ahead, man. Sorry. I scared one away. I scared one away.
Random people stumbling upon it. But yeah, I mean, I just needed new headlights just for safety reasons, basically.
I got you.
So, and I'm gonna wire in the running lights so that little V will be the running light, and so I think that'll look kind of badass. The guys I work with say it looks like a transformer now.
I need to figure out. So you just got your heater working. I got to figure out why my heater's not working.
Yeah, I mean they're stupid simple. It's literally just coolant going through another radiator with a blower fan.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end up pulling my heater tomorrow because I believe the heater core is leaking. So
that's no fun. I saw on the site somewhere somebody said I think it was on one of the Facebook groups where they were talking about the basically you can get, I think it's a aftermarket fan to replace the one that's in them, so that way you can actually have warmer, more forceful air coming out of the heater, because I guess the blower motors are notorious for being garbage. Yeah. I've never gotten mine to work, so I'm not sure yet. So, but I think I can't remember which vehicle it was. It was like a Geo tracker or something to that effect, and the motors just pull out and you can replace them with a newer, better motor.
So one thing I haven't done yet is I still haven't seam sealed my floor pan that I welded in, and there's a reason for that. So everything's like protected. I slathered this thing in POR, so like there should be no bare metal anywhere. However, there's still little gaps in the metal, and the reason I haven't like quickly sealed it just now is because I've been driving when it's been a little cooler on some of the days I go, and you got that muffler, or I don't know if it is a cat, but I think it's a muffler right under my seat, and it traps a lot of heat. And so that heat, the car actually just blows it through those cracks, and it's almost like my heater right now because I don't have a heater. So
going through the floor.
So I'll seam seal it here in the summer, and I need to tackle my passenger floor pan, but I'm actually very worried about that with all the fuel lines and electrical and all that stuff.
Yeah. My exhaust header will actually heat up the passenger floor pan pretty good. So it doesn't radiate off of it, but if you put your hand on the passenger floor pan, it's warm.
Yeah.
When in the car.
Well, I don't know if I still don't know if I want to put in like a full interior. The way I'm leaning is once I get that other pan in on the passenger side, I'm gonna POR it, and then my original plan when I started this whole thing was this was supposed to be an autocross toy for me, just something I could take out there and rip around, and it's coming out looking better than I thought it would, to where I kind of want to take it to some stuff too, even if it's not gonna be a show car, it never will be. But it looks cool. I get a lot of thumbs ups when I drive it around. But I want to. I was thinking about rhino lining it, and at least I at least do want to buy the door panels and all the side panels, and maybe just have a Rhino-Line floor to weatherproof it.
You could also do a Dynamat on floor to help insulate and soundproof it.
That's what you did, right, on your last video?
No, not yet. I'm going to eventually, but
No, I was
nice.
talking about Mason. Sorry, Mason. You just did something like that.
Yeah, I just laid down sound deadening. I used Killmat. Killmat was literally a quarter of the price as Dynamat, so
Dynamat's expensive.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Killmat was $60 for 50 square foot.
Oh wow!
So, and it's 50 millimeters thick, so it's not super thick, but it definitely improved the rattliness of the car. Now you don't have to scream when you're inside of it to talk to your passenger.
That's good.
So
how loud's how loud is the car on the inside usually?
Oh, it's pretty loud. I mean, now you have to definitely speak up to hear each other talk. It's not so much road noise anymore, it's just the exhaust. Because I'm running 2.5-inch exhaust from the headers all the way out through the tailpipe. And I got 2 mufflers, but it drones on the highway.
Oh yeah.
So you know it doesn't even sound like a fart can. You know, it doesn't sound like a ricer. It's just a deep drone. So I love the noise, quite frankly, and it backfires when you downshift. So
nice.
So he's got the rotary life.
Well, the craziest thing to me about these cars, about my MGBs, I don't have overdrive at all. So first time I got the thing up to like 60 miles an hour, I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm flying. And then everybody's still blowing by me in like Hondas and like little Toyotas, and I'm like, good Lord. And then like I realized I could never go visit my parents in this car. They live 2 hours away. I'd have to get on I-40 and I would die. Like somebody would kill me for sure.
You just got to take the back roads and go 50.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that'd be awesome. I would love to do something like that.
But
I'd also want someone to follow me, so in case I like broke down, I didn't break down where I have no cell phone signal.
Right. Oh man. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying my rotary swap. My buddy had an MGB in college, and his was completely stock. And so that kind of what got me hooked freshman year is we met up and we went for a couple of drives, and it's fun to pound through the gears, but you look down at the speedometer like, oh, we're doing 55 now? Cool.
Yeah.
So with rotary swap, I can cruise down the highway at 75, 80 and just fine. I've taken the car up to 100 miles an hour already, and it's good,
Well, I talked to the previous owner, and he's like, he assures me, he says, drive it. He's like, that's a little stout motor in there. He said he told me he took it up to 90 miles an hour several times, 90 plus. And I'm like, how did you what? I mean, he must have been like at red line. Like, there's no way. And like I don't even think I've probably, I don't know, what's red line on this thing? I'd have to go take a peek.
How fast have you taken your MG?
I've taken mine about 45 miles an hour.
Top speed?
Mine's not completely roadworthy yet. So the history behind my car is my car sat in a chicken barn for 20 plus years. The guy who I got it from is my neighbor, and essentially he had it. He was going to restore it. It used to be an ugly yellow color, so he did all the primer on it. Rebuilt the engine, could not figure out how to get the slave cylinder to work, so he parked it in a shop, and there it sat for at least 20 years. I date coded the tires back to at least 1990, and they're brand new tires. So, I mean, they still have the little knobbies on them. They hold up. It's been in covering for this long, so it's got one hole in the driver's side floor pan. Outside of that, there's no rust on it.
When people ask me what tires I have, I don't answer, Kevin, because I'm probably in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
Because I don't want someone freaking out. But like, they don't make them anymore, mine, and I don't know how old. I haven't looked at the date code yet, but I'm positive that they are antiques. But they're stored in like a climate controlled area for the most part. So I mean, if they weren't safe, I wouldn't be driving on them. But I've been driving. I've driven this car. The fastest I've gotten to, I've gone 70, 75. So I mean,
Oh,
for me, that was feeling pretty brave that day.
yeah, I feel that.
Hey, Dave, what's going on? Hey, if you want to get in here, man, we can share a link, and you're welcome to join us, or you can just listen. No big deal. We got Kevin from Bowser Builds. I don't know if you follow him, and Mason MGR. He's kind of a newer YouTuber. He's got a rotary swapped MGB GT. So yeah, I recommend follow. I think Mason's channel is Mason Known. If you're looking for something else.
Sweet.
So I ordered. He said I couldn't find the date code on the tires on mine, so I ordered some new ones.
Nice. So
David, I don't want to know the date code on mine, so I'm just not going to look for it.
Yeah, I couldn't actually find the date code. I had to kind of decipher what it could have been, and so I said I came up with about 1990. So that's what I went with.
there you go.
They're still brand new. They hold air, and they have great traction. They're not cracked or dry rotted. So I said, oh well.
Do you guys have wire wheels or 4-bolt?
Mine are 4-bolt.
Okay. Nice.
You can see them. They're rusty, but they're there. It's currently up on jack stands in the back, and the front's up on the platform. So
there you go. Yeah, I got the wire wheels on mine, so I'm running tubes inside my tires. Seems to work good.
Hey Kevin, you got another Mr. David here had a 84 RX-7, so
nice.
Love it.
Yeah,
RX-7's
David. Mason was saying that his RX-7. What was your motor? Was this 82 or 83?
It's an 83 12A. I mean, they're all kind of the same thing from 79 to 84.
Yeah, and then it was the 13B after that.
Yep.
So yours is the 4-barrel?
Yeah, I got a Nicky 4-barrel on it. So
nice.
It's been emission stripped, and it works pretty good. I made it mechanical secondaries as well. So.
Nice. Yeah, I when I had mine, I was 18 years old. I lived in California, and so the emissions, I could never pass smog. I always had to find the guy who'd kick the pipe out of the back tailpipe so I can get it to pass. And eventually, it just got to a point I couldn't get it smogged anymore, so I had to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's a similar fate to many RX-7s in California, unfortunately.
Yep. So
I would never live there in a million years because I would get a ticket every day.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, here in North Carolina, my car is an antique, so it just you just don't worry about it. Don't inspect it. Just register it and drive it.
That's how it is here in Indiana too.
Yep, same in Minnesota. Yeah, I lived in San Diego for about 6 months right out of college at my first job, and that was some contrast, going from small town Kansas to middle of San Diego.
I did the opposite. I left LA and went to a middle of nowhere town in Missouri and hated it. So I understand.
So yeah, and at that time my engine was exploded, so I never got to drive my MG out there. Though I believe I found the loophole by rotary swapping a pre-1980 vehicle in California. Yep. So
yeah, when I was out there, it was 74 was the cutoff. Anything it's 30 years, I believe, is the cutoff. You don't have to smog it.
Yeah, and so I guess now it's 1990.
Probably. I don't know. They may have capped it because now they're trying to just stop all sorts of different things out there. It's hard to register cars out there.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I heard that they're going to stop selling gasoline-powered vehicles in like 2025, maybe?
Yeah, they're doing that, and I think in England is going to be doing that.
Yeah, so...
It's crazy.
Oh, have you... all of the electric-swapped MGs popping up in England?
Yeah, those are nice. Those ones are like...
If someone offered me one...
Yeah, I'd do it.
Because it'd be stupid fast.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of different performance companies doing the MG electric swap now, and doing it rather really tastefully too.
Hey, David or whoever else just popped in, if you guys want to join us and you want to chat, feel free. There's the link. I just posted it. Please thumbs up this, and yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. I'm
I just
hoping.
reconditioned my air cleaners.
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go, man.
So they both have my logo on the side of them. So
Did you paint that, or did you have it made?
I painted it. It's actually a stencil I drew out and cut out of cardboard and then just rattle canned it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Perfect.
So
that worked.
Yeah, and then use some polyurethane on it, so hopefully it won't chip off.
It's funny. I don't know if I shared it to the group chat, Kevin, but I've got something. I'll share it here because not a lot of people are going to go back and watch a live stream. So privilege viewing here. I'm waiting for them to come in. Shoot, where's it at? I'm getting something made for my car to kind of help it. I mean, it's already looks way different, but I got something coming for it that a buddy of mine who does 3D printing is made for me.
Nice.
Oh, there you
go. God, where is it? I got a million photos on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna find the dang thing. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Okay. So I got some custom emblems made. I don't know if you'll be able to see on the front.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like the silver on black. That's good.
I think it's white on black.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't know. Like at first I was going to do quarter panel emblems and put them on the quarter panels below the trim. But now I'm kind of thinking I kind of like it the way it looked sitting on that mesh. So I might put it as a front grill emblem and then put one on the back on the other side from the gas tank. I don't know. I don't want it to be tacky. I just want it to look like it could have been there, even though it's not.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I took my my MG badge on the back of the hatch and I casted a new one, and instead of it saying MGB, now it says MGR. I thought that was kind of clever.
That's pretty cool.
You can't tell unless you actually look at it.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
That was one of our projects in materials and processing class I took in college. We had a casting project, and I was like, yeah, they're like, bring in emblems to cast. I was like, okay, I can do that. So that was one of the little finer details that I thoroughly enjoyed,
Yeah.
So I guess I could do a video on that. I haven't even said it. I mean, it's on my Facebook page, but I haven't. That'd be some content to make.
Well, I would, if I were you, since you didn't do a video on your entire build, I would probably just sit down and do a video on everything that makes your car completely different, because it is very different.
Yeah, that'd be good. I've been documenting the build from the beginning on Facebook, with photos and posts and stuff. But I just recently got a GoPro, and it has really great film quality. So I've just been playing with that and decided the Hero 8.
Oh, nice.
I'm on the poor man's Hero 5. I just got it, and that's an upgrade for me. Nice. I used to have a Chinese. Oh, it's not Chinese. It's a Van Top. It's like a off-brand camera from, and it worked pretty well. I ordered a 3 from them, and it came with like a broken waterproof case, and so they messaged me. I left a bad review, and they're like, "Oh, we want to make this right," and so they refunded my money. I got to keep the 3. They sent me the 4, and I forgot to update the review. So they're like, we want to still make this right. So then they sent me a $25 gift card to Amazon, which I lost the dang paperwork for it, so I haven't got a receipt to use it yet. But yeah, I have that. But the GoPro 5, I've just been using the 5 Black my dad just got me, and
it's definitely better than what I got. I'd love to get an 8, but I can't fork over that kind of cash for something that's not a car. Like if I'm spending that kind of money, it's probably going on my Mustang.
I feel that.
I haven't bought an expensive part for anything in a long time, and all the money I've been spending on cars lately has been for my kids. So like the decals for the sides of their Mustangs, I painted these things, these little bosses, and those decals, I got 2 of them made, and for 2 it was like $80. And then I bought the trailer that's sitting
There you go.
to haul them around behind, which is another super odd thing. You never see a Boss 302 pulling a trailer. So I get you have no idea how many looks I get. I haven't wired up. I used to have a basket, and I used to just take one of them on a basket, and that already looks cool. But I haven't I have the trailer wiring harness, which I haven't routed yet. It's super simple. It's just pulling the trim and getting it in there, and I really don't want to do it. But like, I could legit get a ticket driving around with no brake lights on the trailer, but instead, like, I've passed officers and I'm like, oh crap, here it is, I'm gonna get a ticket, and instead I just get a good thumbs up. I'm like, all right, take care.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, now we got some people in here now. Hey everybody, I don't know. Welcome to this little chat. If you want to get in, I posted a link. It's not a scam, I promise. You're just becoming a chat like
that. Scare them away.
Yeah, it's probably they'll probably get scared away. But if not, you're welcome. Just hang out. We're just talking. So we got Kevin from Bowser Builds. He's building a 1970 MGB.
Yes.
And then you got Mason, who's building an MGR. And the reason it's an R is because he's got a rotary in his MGB GT.
Yeah.
Oh, now, man, we're starting to pick up some people here.
Yeah, the rotary swap has been amazing, and it's so much fun. I love the power. I mean, I'm a 2-stroke motorcycle guy deep down, so it just kind of made sense to do the swap.
Yep. No red line.
And exactly. I mean, red line, it just crackles. So.
Yep.
And when I got my car, I actually never had a drivetrain. I just bought a roller in a field. And
oh wow!
Oh, here we go. We got somebody else trying to get in here.
There we go.
Hey,
what's up?
What's up?
Hello.
Hey, Dave, how's it going, man?
You hear us?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Hey.
Yeah.
Is this?
Good.
Are you Dave? Are you Dave Enke? Is that you?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's me.
Okay.
Quick, man.
Are you building on YouTube, or you just have a B? Do you have a project build on YouTube, or do you just have a MGB?
There were like points in history that had to happen. And like no matter what you did in the time stream, it always went back to that point.
I just got an MGB. I just picked it up about a month ago.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man.
Nice.
Now, were you looking for one,
Awesome.
or did it kind of like fall in your lap? That's how mine was.
I was looking for a cheap sports car. I like the Triumphs.
Yeah, I got a guy in my neighborhood who's got a Triumph, and I keep trying to my son likes to go for rides in the B, but he's too young for me to. First of all, I don't even have a passenger seat, and I would never take them out in a car that I thought was like unsafe. So I drive him around the neighborhood, and this guy in my neighborhood has got a Triumph, and I keep trying to like catch him on the outside. So I can be like, hey man, let's go for a cruise, because my car's slow as dirt and I can't keep up with these modern cars. Like a Corolla is gonna leave me in the dust. So.
Yep.
Hey man, yeah, welcome. Hey Dave, I don't wanna rain on your parade here. I think your company is overwhelming the mic here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Getting a lot of feedback, but it's all good.
But I think we're so this is something I kind of want to see if we can start doing something like this. I think it'd be cool to do something like this monthly. Get a couple if we can get a couple of the guys with builds on YouTube together, and then any of the open spots, like Dave here, just have people pop in. I think I just enjoy talking about cars because I haven't been able to go to very many car events. My work prohibits large gatherings, so I will be in serious trouble if I get sick for a dumb reason. So.
Oh man. Yeah, up here in Minnesota, they just all been canceled just flat out. So it's been kind of annoying. Yeah, very sad. Yeah. So I was able to
my day-to-day job is based out of Minnesota up there, and they're taking that stuff extremely serious up there, and keeping everybody safe worldwide. So it's pretty cool.
Hey Charles, if you want to get in on this, Charles, just click the link, man. You're welcome to chat as well. I mean, we don't have that many people in here, so.
But yeah, I mean, I think Minnesota's fine. It's just freaking out.
Yeah.
But everything will go back to normal come springtime. But there's still a lot of car gatherings going on unofficially. There was a cruise in downtown, down in a place called Coon Rapids. Hell, there was 1,000 cars there in July, and that was so much fun to go to. I was only able to go there like twice, and it's just rolling down the street, and then everyone kind of congregate in parking lots around, and so I was like, maybe I wish my MG ran. I'm almost there at that point.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Charles, you're not gonna scare us, man. I want to talk about that thing.
But yeah, it's been fun. I really this is cool. I like this. So.
Hey Dave, so what kind of shape's your car in? Does it need is it primo, or do you need some work to it?
I got to do a lot of work. I got the tires off right now. They were all rusted out, so I'm trying to get them painted and redone. And then the motor is free, so as soon as I get it put together, I'm going to see if I can't get it to start and fire. So hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be able to get that going.
So was it a backyard kind of find deal, or?
There was this old guy on Facebook Marketplace about an hour away that was just dumping a bunch of his old cars, just an old collector guy. So,
where are you at?
Over in Ponca City, up in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm in North Carolina. I'm on the East Coast here.
Cool.
Yeah. So this is So the original plan was the initial group that I was going to do this with was going to be Kevin. There's another guy with a channel called on the Awakening. His name's Chris. And then there was some of you guys might follow him, David Russel-Wilks. He's an MGB race car driver, and he's got his own channel. He's got and he's a really cool guy. He's been very helpful for me as far I'll post. The reason I started this when I started doing it was because I had a crap ton of questions and I needed people to answer them. So I would be fixing something, and I'd hold it up to the camera and be like, "Hey guys, what the heck is this?" And it was the points or the rotor, and people would be like, "You seriously don't know what that is?" I'm like, "No, I have no idea what this is." And so that's how I learned all this stuff. So that's why that's how my channel really sort of started. And if you it was very probably cringeworthy because I was using a cell phone, and I would edit it on my cell phone and then post from my cell phone. And it wasn't until this year because of the virus that I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and try and do something a little more real with this, since I've got a lot of time on my hands. And I came this close to selling the B. I was losing heart in it because I was going to get deployed in 2018, and I was supposed to get the car to fire. I had the car, I had done everything I thought I needed to do for it to turn over and fire. And there was supposed to be my big video. And I sat there, and it was turning over, and it wouldn't fire. And I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting spark. And I almost lost heart in the project. And then coming back, I was still having the same problems. And I found out it was something super stupid. The guy had there was a test wire that was hooked on there that wasn't supposed to be on there. And it should have been obvious to me because it wasn't the same color as anything else. And I popped it off, popped the one that was supposed to be on it, fired right up. But I almost sold it and bought a Fox Body Mustang. And but since I've gotten it running, man, I can't get rid of it. I love it. My kids love it. It's a fun little car.
Yep. Yeah, I feel that. Yes, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep my MG for a very long time. I got a lot of time in it at this point, and might as well just keep going with it, keep modifying it. I got some plans for it, so I want to eventually. I'd like to put a turbo 13B in it with fuel injection, and then rip out all the MG suspension and replace it with a Miata front suspension, and then rear subframe and rear suspension.
That would handle a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Charles is still in here, but if you click on his little profile, and I think it's on his channel, he's got like one video, but his MG is like 500 horsepower, a V8. It's something.
Oh wow.
Super stupid. It sounds amazing. He doesn't really have any. I think he has a review,
Insane.
I'll look him up. But yeah, I figured once I put a turbo rotary in there, the MG rear end isn't gonna hold for anything.
Nope.
So a Miata rear end would, and also you would get independent rear suspension as well, and coilovers, disc brakes, and like literally all the good stuff in a little package. And I mean,
that'd be awesome.
Cutting most of the MG's undercarriage out to weld that in there. But it's nothing that I can't handle. I just need a proper welder, and a lift might make it easier.
Yeah.
So how'd you do? Go ahead, Kevin.
So what?
I was gonna say, is the hood on your GT, is it aluminum or steel?
It's a steel hood.
Is it okay?
And with about a 1/4-inch skim coat of filler on the entire surface.
Jesus. I lucked out. I actually have an aluminum hood on this one,
Nice.
which I didn't have any idea until one day I tried to stick a magnet to it. Never paid attention to it, and I went to go magnetize a light to it, and it wouldn't stick.
Nice. Yeah, I'd like to get an aluminum hood. Eventually, I'd like to make some carbon.
Weight saving.
So, I think that'd be super dope.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how I would be able to do that, but I could figure it out. So,
Where there's a will, there's a way, right?
exactly.
My pipe dream is to take one of the 3.7s out of the 2011 to 2014 V6 Mustang and throw it in the car. There's no kits for it, so I'd be like custom fabbing, motor mounts, everything, and it necessitate a lot of tools. But it's it'd be giving the car straight up 310 horsepower out of the box. So,
That'd be nice.
Just wire the ECU in there, and away you go.
Oh, it doesn't. Hey, if nothing else works but the motor, I'd be happy.
I would suggest getting an entire parts car to do that. That way you can just rip out the whole wiring harness and, hell, at that point, gauge cluster and just transplant it into an MG.
Oh, that would be exactly what I would do.
So that'd be the least figuring out how to adapt things.
Yeah.
And it also looked pretty badass too,
Yeah.
And it could be anything else like it. So let's try and find Charles' page, but can't find anything on the chat.
Can you not click on them? Maybe if you.
Yeah, there's no do that. Oh well.
Yeah, his is gnarly. I think he sent me a video, or it's on his page, but just the idle, and it sounds really good.
Yeah. So I mean, they did make a British V8 in an MG stock.
That was in the GTs, wasn't it?
Yeah, they put in the GTs. I mean, they made very few of them, and I think it was only like 2.8 liter V8.
Yeah.
With an aluminum block and I think aluminum heads. So
that's still a lot of power for a light car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a MGB GT that's like probably 5 or 10 minutes from my house that like I just happened to see. This guy's got it parked under a bunch. I mean, the paint looks like it's actually in pretty good shape, and he's got a red stripe on it. It's white. It's like manila white almost with a red stripe, and he's got it parked with a whole bunch of other cars that are just.
Yeah.
You can tell it's probably parked for the long haul. And so I'm gonna, if the weather's nice, I'm gonna get I'm gonna take the car out. I want to drive my MGB over there, so I don't look like a psychopath who's trying to like steal his cars. Because people who park cars like that, they're usually pretty touchy if you ask them about them. And so I don't want them to think I'm like, I'm not trying to buy. I can't buy. I just want to talk to you about your car because I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's the expert there. Drive your beat.
Yeah.
The other cool thing, if you do it, see if you can actually film your interaction with him. If it's worth a damn, then you have some good content to share.
So what I would do, honestly, is probably just put the GoPro on the car and park it in such a manner that it's facing the car, and then just hope that I don't get shot. But I also like never go anywhere without carrying myself. So hopefully, nobody. Hopefully, that's not a problem. I don't think it will be.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you guys follow Vice Grip Garage at all, but that guy's got some amazing content out there. He's not done MG, it's mostly American stuff, but some awesome content out there on YouTube. If you get a chance, check him out.
I follow a lot of car YouTubers, and I try to watch like all of them, and I hate when I hope no one thinks like I'm blowing them off. I don't watch one of their videos, but I follow so many that if I don't check the subscriptions every day, so I'll go back and I'll see what I missed. And I'll try to click on some, but I can't watch them all because I follow so many.
Yeah, Vice Grip, they have he's got like 250, 300,000 followers at this point, I think.
Oh, geez.
And he's up there in Minnesota, I believe, Wisconsin area, and he's just hilarious. His delivery on stuff is fantastic. So definitely something like I said I'd recommend. I came across it by watching a Jimmy DeResta video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because he goes and rescues cars that have been sitting for too long, and he went and rescued some Cadillac that was like literally 2 feet in the mud, and he drove it home. It was quite impressive.
I used to watch. What's up? Oh, I used to watch Roadkill a lot before they commercialized. Yep. I love that show, and now I refuse to pay for it because it's not what they started as, and so I just haven't watched it.
So if you watch Finnegan's YouTube page, it's better. He's got his own YouTube site, and it's just him and his cars and just shooting the shit. It's pretty good.
I thought about joining it, but I was worried it would be. I'll have to check it out then.
Yeah.
But so this weekend, I'm supposed to be taking my son to my dad's. And I'm going to turn the 2 shift knob. I have to redo my own shift knob because I botched it, and the website we were using it was some shift knob website which has the sizes for every car, and whatever size it had listed was not the right size, and it turned out that it was actually like one size bigger on my car. So we turned the knob. I CA glued we didn't use nylon. We wanted metal, and I was going to do a lock nut. And so it was permanently in there. So like I made this gorgeous shift knob that I can't even put on my car. So I'm gonna probably see if there's any other British cars that it might work on and see if I can get it to somebody who might want it. But I'm gonna go to my dad's. I'm gonna turn 2 shift knobs, and one of them is gonna be my giveaway for the MG community whenever I hit 500, and then the other hopefully I can put on my car because my stock one just kind of free spins there.
I ordered a billiard ball from eBay. It looks pretty cool.
Nice.
I like a good size shift knob too. That's what I like about making it myself. I got a pretty big hand, and so I like something that kind of fills up my whole hand. The stock one's like this teeny little thing that I can like pinch with my finger and move around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dave, you said you haven't gotten it running yet. You got it not Google.
Got it. I got it at. I got it up on jack stands right now while I'm trying to go through it. I just don't want to mess it up trying to get it running too quickly.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so like the first thing I had, I mean, I'm sure you're doing it the right way, but like I drained all the fluid except for the diff, which I still got to do. I still have to do the diff, so I'm hoping I didn't like destroy my diff here recently. I've been driving it a lot, and I haven't changed that out. Yeah, I did all the oils, and then I definitely would do a valve adjustment and verify the valves are all lined up good. And what else? Yeah, and did it have oil in it? Was it holding oil?
Yeah, I was holding oil, but it was very, very golden clear. And it sat so long, everything just settled out to the bottom. It is very interesting.
Oh wow.
Huh. So I would, yeah. So I think what I did is I changed the oil. I added new oil, and then after I got it to fire up the first time, I immediately changed it again after it cycled through the motor. And I kind of did the same thing with my transmission fluid. The video I made for my tranny, that stuff that came out of there was disgusting. It smelled nasty, and I could tell there's still some stuff up there. And so I added new oil, and I drove it around the neighborhood like a couple laps, and I parked it, and I drained it again and refilled it. That's how I flushed it. I couldn't think of a better way to do it.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best.
But yeah, it's my car is leaking some oil. I don't know if it's more than it should or just about right. As long as it's leaking, I know I got oil in there. So.
Yeah.
The rust keeps the.
I think I'm gonna tag off here, guys.
Yeah, no worries, man. Appreciate you dialing in. This was kind of this, like I said, this was an impromptu thing. I wanted to give it a shot, and
yeah, I know this works. StreamYard seems to effect. So
yeah, well, I enjoyed this. I'll definitely do it again for sure.
Invite me next time. I'll be honest with stumbling upon it.
But yeah, hey Dave, I don't know if you're on my channel or if you're on one of the other guys, but make sure you check these guys out. Kevin's got a good build going, and Mason's is very unique. He's got that the rotary MGB. That's how I came behind it. I do a search pretty much every few weeks for MGBs and Boss 302 stuff, and that's how I start following new channels. I like.
That's awesome.
I like seeing what's out there and kind of like, I don't know, maybe there's a good idea, something that's unique, and then I can kind of incorporate it, or I just, or just try and see how I can be different.
Yeah, sure, man. Love it.
I'm going to get out of here too, though, guys. You guys have a good night, and we'll chat with you soon.
Absolutely.
Yep. Dave, I think I'm gonna end this live stream now. Appreciate you joining us, dude. Oh, Charles, yeah, you're listening to all your things there. All right, guys, I'm getting off. Take care.
Have a good one.
Later, Dave.